How about that then, eh? What did I tell you? I told you I'd be on the beach soon, didn't I? Didn't I? And I kept my word. I kept my word, didn't I? And here we are. So if you want to keep watching, see if I catch anything, which I pray and hope that I do, then keep on watching. And see, it's gone wrong again, hasn't it? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to cut for the intro and get back into this. Let's cut for the intro. So here we are. It is Easington. That's right. Believe that if you want to believe it. But I would, because that's where I am. So let's get in the sunshine. Show these chiseled looks off. So yeah, we're at Easington. We are fishing the beach. Not too fussed about the sand. You should know that with me by now, because the van's now going to be dirty all the time. More cleaning for me. Well, that's booked a long way out, hasn't it? See that? There's a bit of a swell on. There's a 5.4 metre tide today, and it's sunny. There's not much wind. It's blowing south-southeast, I believe. I'm not 100% certain, but it's not as blowy as what it says it was going to be. It is nice. So let's see what we catch today, eh? That 5.4 metre tide is at 4:20. So there is a few fishermen down there. My mate is here. That's Colin, big Colin Shaw. You don't want to mess with him. And then down there we've got Steve. You don't want to mess with him either. And soon we'll have Big Mike. And you'll know Big Mike because it's Big Mike from Case to Tackle. So he's a good lad. Come fishing, Mike asked me. I said, can I ring mate up, because he wanted to fish this coast and it was a good opportunity. And it was all go. So it's a green light and we're all here. So see what happens, eh? Keep watching. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up and drop us a comment and have a natter with me, because it's always good to have a rattly natter. I'm gonna get set up and now I'm gonna show you the rods. I ain't got the new reel, but I have got the new rod and the nearly new rod. So I'll see you in a bit. So what make is it? That's the thing, isn't it? What make is it? You will see in a minute. Can you see that? Oh, squeaky squeak. Right, baiting up. Well, this is the first, isn't it? But then, if I can't say what I want to say through freedom of speech, I'm going to show you how to bait up, because this is how Verns does it on a flapper rig. We got ourselves a piece of squid off the mantle. I just cut it in strips. It looks like a white worm hook. I think that's a size 2 hook. And you just hook it and turn. So you turn, alternate the sides, because you're twisting the hook. Yeah? Don't leave much dangling off the end, because in the last video I said to you, didn't I, that it can gear a misbite. So there it is. And I always pull the squid above the eye of the hook. This isn't how you should do it, this is how I do it. So on this one here, we need to do it a bit more, don't we? There you go. Over the eye. First rig, first bait. Going out. First time fishing on the Yorkshire coast since late last year. Is the tiger away. The gate, the safety gate is shut. So I'm going to rinse my fingers now, because they're a bit, dare I say it, they're a bit like fishy fingers, do you know what I mean? So you don't want stinking hands, because then it'll go on your rod, then it'll go on your reel. So just be professional. Give them a rinse and give them a dry. Now then, I'm going to show you my new rod. Colin says that when I show you my rods, it don't do justice. So let's hope it does. But I'm now going to show you my rods. So the first one is we've got, remember me fishing this with John on the Lincolnshire coast? We've got the Zziplex Primo High Flex. There you have it. The next rod is the rod that I bought, and I did the journey, and I did do a big discussion about it. And this is the next rod. I was so chuffed to get it because I've only used the Primo once and I absolutely love the way it casted. Now, I did say to myself, now you don't know what this is. This could be an Accius rod or a Daiwa, or yeah, it could be. But I said that I'm going to use that rod, the Primo High Flex, again to make sure it's as good as I thought it was. And then this other rod come up, and it's this one. What do you reckon to that? Oh, I ain't got a sticker on. We've got ourselves a Zziplex M4 High Flex match. Now, I've had 3 of these rods go past me. There's one little mark up there, but I will address that. It's a Chris Dance build, so it's not too bad. This eye is out for 1 millimetre, the same as this one, so it's the same old thing. But I've got a scratch on here, that's all. But I shall sort that when I bond seal the butt section, just to freshen it up, because it just needs a freshen up, and I'll do that when summer's there. But I want to use it first. But I've had 3 of these rods go past me that I could have bought, and this one come up, and I just thought to myself, do you know what, sod it, I am going to get it. I've also replaced the shrink tube because it had just ordinary plain shrunk plastic, and I don't like it. So I've got this Japanese, what they call Japanese shrink tube. It's not technically correct because Japanese shrink tube is made with neoprene, but it's flocked shrink tube, and the feel and the grip on that is second to none. So there you have it. I can't think of anything better to use. So these will be my main rods along with my ZF 250s, and also don't forget my Daiwa Kenzakis, because they are absolutely beautiful, and they're the first brand new rods I bought for like that for a long time. So my Daiwas are not in the bin, and we're coupled up with the old faithful Pen Fathom 12s, because straight out of the box you don't get a better reel. Simple as that. People can moan about them, groan about them, sell them, do whatever. I'm still using them because they're flawless, absolutely flawless. When you take them apart, they're solidly made. Yes, in China, but they're made to a specification, aren't they? Same as everything in life is made in China. Used to be Taiwan. There you go. So I'm going to get these chucked out now. I've baited one up. I'll get one chucked out. I haven't casted off the beach since the video with John, which was this year, weren't it, sometime? It was quite a nice day actually. But yeah, I haven't fished, so it could all go wrong. I have been casting in my field, but the horses are back, and you know what sort of people have the horses, and they'll be there for bloody months all through summer. So yet again I've lost my field, so sod's law. You know, don't know if I can say that. Well, people are going to get fed up if I keep saying don't know if I can say that. And yeah, there's a bit of colour in the water. Colin's sat on his box. He's contemplating, I reckon. Going to read the newspaper, or he's going to do something. He's not watching them rod tips though, is he? But do you know what? I think Colin's enjoying himself. He's stopping there tonight, and he's going to fish it again in the morning probably. So I'll get these chucked out now, See you in a bit. Right, let's get this chucked out. Now I am quite nervous, but the first thing I'm going to check is that the clicker's off, and the clicker is off. But I am nervous. Oh, bollocks, no. I'm looking at my camera and my bloody fishing rod. Ain't level, is it? That'll be a bit better, I think. Right, let's get this chucked out. That's about right. Get my line. They are very big waves, I'll tell you. It's not a good, you don't want to come and fish this coast with waves that big. If a swell's anything more than 0.5, I've never done very well. I'm not saying people don't, better fishermen than me will do, but I don't. You want a flat calm really, best. We're out. I'm gonna make a combination bait up next for the next one. Sort that out. I've got black lug, which the black lug at Keith get me. Absolutely fantastic, but I'm getting low. So I've got black lug, I've got squid, and I've got some crab. Just filled my mate up for crab, you know you are. And put an order in for some crab, and they're all gone. The chap that has them, he had about 500, and one bloke bought the lot. So you can't blame the bloke for selling them, can you? That must have been a good payday. Now I don't know how much this tide's going to pull from right to left, so what I'll do is I shall bait the next rig up and just watch this rod for a bit, see if it settles, and if it does, then yeah, bit of a pause there, but yeah, if it settles then I shall chuck the next one out. I've got a cut on my hand because I've tied a load of new rigs, tied flappers, single clip downs, which cod rig, and pulley panels I've tied, and I've gone through them again, and there's a few in there that I don't like the hooks. I didn't tie those ones, they're ones that I tied last year, but your taste always changes, you see, so I shall chop them up and tie some more. It's in front of me now. I walked down there and cast it out, and it went straight. Didn't go far because it's a flapper and it was going all over. It's now pulling. It might be a case that I'm just fishing one rod today, which would be a shame, but at least it's somewhere different for you, isn't it? Because it must get a bit boring for you, but I'm afraid to say, in this time and day in life of what things cost, weather, illnesses, and what else can I say, coldness, as in it's just gone winter, it's a lot easier fishing at the river, oh, nearly tripped. with your van there, because it's like I've said in the past, it's like fishing from a hotel room. And yes, water's coming. Look at that. That's why I'm now moving my box. I'm not making you dizzy. Move this box back. I'm hoping, I'm pretty certain that 5.4 air you wouldn't get washed off. But I have got a bit of a bank up there, so I can escape up there and I can get up it as well. So that's a good thing. So that might have to come to that. I can't really see where this water come. I think this is the tide line here. Yeah, this will be the tide line. So the water's going to come up to here and probably a bit further past. So I've got plenty of room. And if not, I can get up there, look. See that up there? I can get up there. But I'm back in now. What I'll do is I'll put you down, stop jolting you about, and bring my rods up. I'll sort that knob out, because that's better. That's my gear move back. Probably need to move it back again in a bit. Steve's still on the beach, but Mike isn't here yet. So the trouble is, Mike can't move far, and I've come down here because I thought if I'm to the right, left, I ain't gonna get tangled up with anybody. And there was a gap in between after Colin, and that is now gone because somebody sat there. He fished there Tuesday and he had a good session. So that was Tuesday. Every tide's different. Look at that stone I got, just like the colour brown on it. So that's the stone for today. Yeah, so he's fishing because he had a good session on Tuesday. So I've come to the left of Colin as you look at the water. My foot, that did. So I've come to the left of Colin looking at the water. Then there's the bloke who fished Tuesday, and then there's Steve. So hopefully Mike will go in between. That ain't too much of a walk. It's like 100 metres, which for me ain't that good. But this beach, as always and as predicted, is firm underfoot. It's like concrete, and that's what I like, concrete. Soft sand, sand in general. You know, if you're in a child with a bucket and spade, what's the point of sand? Do you know what I mean? Even if you are a young teenager or whatever, or in your 20s and you're having a bit of rumpy pumpy, sand's not good. It goes in places you don't want. It's like striking a match the next morning going to the toilet. But this sand is good sand. It's nice and firm. It's better for me for casting. So any dodgy cast I can't blame on soft sand, can I? It's my own fault. It is pulling like a train, I tell you. I think I'm fishing one rod. So I'm up. Tablet time. Tablet time. So I have to set alarms or else I forget. And I never turn it off until I've took the tablets. So I just snooze it, because I'll sit down in my box and then 2 hours later think, oh sugar, and then it then moves it on, so it's like 6 hours, isn't it? There's people actually in the water. There's people actually in the water. You can't believe it, can you? It is school holidays, so you're going to get a few people on the beach. I am over there. It's unreal. But I knew that because I got up today and the weather was south-southeast. Normally when it's south-southeast, there's a lot of weed here, or that's what I've found. Certainly find that like that on the lynx ghost. But who knows? I could have weed on it, couldn't I? But I think I'm going to fish one rod, unless I've got a hound on there or a bass. Now that would be fun, wouldn't it? I'm going to leave it, keep an eye on it, and then I'll bring it in. I'm going to turn off now. I've been talking too long, and what'll happen is, video will be too long. People won't watch it. It's too long, Vernon. Only what, watch 10 minutes? We'll watch 10 minutes every day for a week. That's then 70 minutes, isn't it? Still wouldn't have finished it though. But at least you'll give me a good shot at it. Does help the algorithm if you keep watching. See you in a bit. Right, I'm going to pull this in, because you can't beat a good pull. So I'm going to give it a good tug, because it's gone right in front of Colin. I had a 7-ounce weight in the van. I think I took it out, but yeah, I'm gonna chuck that out again. I've just moved the bait back up. It's been out 5 minutes and I've caught fish 3 times on the same bit of squid, so it'll be all right. Let's see if this keeps pulling like it is, because it's pulling like a freight train. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait up my M4 high flex match. Hey, there's only a few of us got it in there. Who's written this in there? Silvers love. Oh right, there were some kids on there writing love poems in the sand, aren't they, bless. I'm going to cast further to the left, or I'm going to try. It'll probably go anywhere. Let's check this. Yeah, I'll be about right. Now when you try and cast and you're not level to the beach, like in parallel, it throws you all out. Well, that weren't bad. That's the second cast that's gone where I casted it. I aimed to the walk to the left, aimed to the left, and it went left. So yeah, directly in front of where I was looking. So that's not bad, is it? Considering this is the first beach session I've had for a while. Good casting, eh? Well, who knows? Oh, here comes the water. Look. That was close. Let's get the rods in. Right, let's move the stuff back. It's never ending, isn't it? Never ending. Right, I can put that under there. Lock that up. Put that under there. Pick this up. Pick you up. Right, I'm now at the top. This is where I think the last tide was. So, hopefully, go on this bit here. We'll probably have to move again, but it don't matter, does it, in life? To all of you out there who don't live in the UK, don't come here. Just live where you're gonna live, in your country you're at. You won't want to be here. It's best just to watch my video to see what it's like here, but don't come. Not if you've got free speech in your country. There you have it. We're back fishing, we're up here. I'm gonna go get my bucket. This battery should go in a minute. Mike isn't here yet. I'm a bit concerned. I might go looking for him. I know he's big enough to look after himself, but just concerned. How about this, eh? Fishing with this many people, eh? Well, I'd say fishing with him. Steve's all the way down there. So, can't be helped, can it? When you get other people go in between. It's a free beach, isn't it? Down there. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bait. Let's get sat down. I need to sit down now. Oh, that one's held because I've casted into the tide, so it's holding bottom better. I don't think I'm going to be able to fish two rods, so what I'm going to do is, that's the second cast on the Primo, but the rod's going up and down. There's a lot of tug on it, but when the wave goes through your line, it goes up and down. So yeah, I'm going to bait up the next rig, which is on the M4, and then I'll hoss that out. I think you can say hoss. If the algorithm's listening, it just means to throw it. Gonna hoss it out, chuck it out, you know. I had something on my mind this morning, and I had it absolutely nailed, but the problem with me is, I think like that. Quite a reactive person. I don't know what that lump is down there. I've never seen that before. It looks like a boat. Anyhow, so as it comes into my head, I'm like boom with it. And I thought about it this morning. I was watching something on YouTube, and I thought, well, there you go. That says it all. In 2 sentences, I can sum this country up. Because I forgot it now, haven't I? And I know for a fact it's a boat. What's a boat doing down there? Anyhow, I know for a fact. What do I know for as a fact? Yeah, I won't remember it again. Once it's there and I think, bloody hell, and I'll remember it for a bit, and then suddenly I'll start doing something, I forgot it. Now you'll say, write it down in a bit of paper, Vern. Well, yeah, I could have done. But what happens then is you lose that gist of the moment of when it all comes together and you go bang and say it. When you then write it on a bit of paper and you think, right, I'm going to say this because I've got it on paper to remind me, it's gone. You might say it, but the feeling ain't going to be there. So it's what it is, innit? I've took my tablets, got my water, rod's bouncing up and down, it's over there now. So I was over there for 4 minutes, 5 minutes, now it's over there. So the first trip on the beach, second trip, first trip here, Yorkshire coast, looks like it might be a bit of a washout fishing wise, as in holding the bottom. But what might happen is on high tide or just before it, it might just slacken off. You do find at this mark, here's another tip for you, if it's weedy, it's normally weedy at the beginning and then over high it'll drop out. It does come back, but sometimes it don't. So you have got that to look forward to. And I'm hoping it'll be the same with this tide. But it's been blowing east, north, east. It's been coming down around Scotland, blowing like that. It's atrocious. And what happens is it rips all the way down there. And then what happens is you'll get a southerly, which is what we got today, southeast, to put it that way. And then that'll blow all the weed in. Now I think last week there was a bit of weed. Weekend there was weed. There's no weed at the minute. So you got to count your chickens, haven't you? And at the minute, it's not so bad. If we had weed, tide pull, it'll be a nightmare. I will have to then walk back to the van, pull out my 7-ounce weights and just do another head thump, because I'm not doing an off the ground thump with my rod with a 7-ounce weight. Not that it can't handle it, because it can cast 8, but it's flipping hard work. I've got no muscles because of me hip. I've got no muscles, so I'm weak. I'm going. See you later. I think if that tide pull carries on, what I'm going to do is get a 7-ounce weight. I've tied a flapper with like a size 2, 2.0, 3.0 hook on it. It's a bait holder hook as well, and I'll just bait that up and chuck it just over the surf and see what's about, as in bass. Are you on me? That is really, I'm chucking it out and all it's doing is it's whipping it round. that's just pulled it right round. Literally, as the weight come out of the water, it was in front of Colin. So I'm going to check what weights I've got. I might have a walk back to the van while the rod's out, put the worm in there, and change rigs to what I've just said, and give it another whirl, but just chuck it out short. So see you in a bit. What a beautiful day though. Right, I'm back. I'll tell you about everything I've done. But that's what I've got on now. We've got size 2.0 or 3.0 bait holder hooks. Don't laugh, John, they aren't all that big, but as you can see, we've got a good bit of lug and a bit of squid on, and we're now going for a bass. The chap down there has just caught a 3-pounder, so that'll do me. And I ain't chucking it far, I'm just doing an overhead thump with it, because it's a 7-ounce weight and I don't want to break my rod. But I know I won't. But it's first time, so let's give it a whirl, and then we'll progress with and off the ground with it. Right, the chap down there who's catching the bass casted into the last wave. I have casted into the beginning of the waves. I'm not chucking a 7-ounce weight on my rod until I've used it a few times. I know for a fact that you can cast 8 ounce with that because Tony Kerridge told me. But you got to take that with a pinch of salt as well, because he might have got that wrong. And anyhow, I've always said 7-ounce weight, it's just a little chuck out. Those days of, oh, there's some pull on it, I'll tell you. That's the wave, that'll then bounce the weight out. But there, it's what it is, isn't it? As the session go on, I'll chuck it out, and when I can drop back down to a 6-ounce weight, I shall do. And I'll get this other rod baited up. Now the water's coming yet again, look. So yeah, well, I've been up, what I've done is I went to go get a 7-ounce weight, because I did have one in my box, because I always keep one, and I thought I don't need it, what's the point of having it? So I took it out last night, and then I trolleyed all my gear out, so I could have left it in, couldn't I? So I had to walk back to the van. Walking back to the van, Mike turned up, so I brought down his chair and his rod for him. Give Steve a 7-ounce weight because he needs a 7-ounce weight. And I might actually go fish down there, Mike, because there's a gap between this bloke here and there. So I might do that. I might ask Colin if he'll help me move my gear. I only come down here because Colin was there, and I wanted to keep him company. So now then, guys, I'm in a good mood, so I can't think of what I was going to talk about this morning. I'm not going to rant for the sake of rant, because I've got nothing to rant about. But something might crop up, something might happen, mightn't it? But it's just nice while the sun's out to actually enjoy fishing on the beach. Well, I ain't bothered about the beach. It's where you got to go to catch better fish this time of year, and it's just somewhere different, isn't it? I hope you enjoy it. I hope there's a little bit of a little bit of urgency on watching my channel. We'll talk about my channel, because I always do, because what's the point of hiding stuff? And well, I could talk about this. Should I talk about this? No, I'm not going to talk about it. But it does make me chuckle sometimes when you wear... No, I'm not going to talk about it. Glad it's sand. Right, what I'm going to do now... What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a sandwich. Because it's sandwich o'clock. Oh gee, I'm running out of beach. What's the time? 3:30, so we've got another hour. So that's the tide this morning. So we're going to be up against the wall. But I can get up there. Oh, it's up that bit next to Colin. So I'll have to fish up there behind you. Let me just turn you around. I'll have to fish up there and cast this way because Colin's there. Or can I get up there? Oh, I can get up there behind me. I can get up here as well. I'll just get up there. So that's what I'll do. Just 7 ounce weight in holding bottom. Might as well just fish 6 ounce. After seeing that chap pull in that bass, I think I'm gonna keep rolling, see what I can get. I've got some lovely black lug on. That bloke, I think all he's got is black lug. There's a boat out there, it's got a mast on it, but the sail, I don't think the sail's up. You won't see it. It's out there literally under my finger there. It's all right, it's not coming into the shore, so it's obviously English people on board. Like I say, who'd want to come here? There's no freedom of speech in this country anymore. I'm not getting into this because I'm not in the right frame of mind. I'm actually happy and I'd like a bit of a joyous fishing session for once. But thank you to everyone that's watched my video. It's only now Thursday, so it was only up last night. Just had a technical malfunction at 7 o'clock, but thanks to Jimmy, he said what's happening, and someone else was having, and nearly had to call the Samaritans because my video went up at 7, but it was just a bit of a technical itch. But by 7:20 my video was up, so thank you Jimmy for letting me know. You can't do out about technical stuff, can you? So I'm gonna have a sandwich now. I've got to text someone. Gonna text the wife. I've got a text to read, and I'll keep you informed of what I catch. Let's hope we catch something. It'd be nice to catch a bass. You'll not get a ray in this water. It's too rough. Too rough. We're looking at a bass. See you later. Right, can you hear that reel? Let's hope it's a fish. I don't think so. Right, am I in frame? Yeah. tangled up. Look, might have been just from bringing it in.
Yeah.
Might have been.
Rods are handling it, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not too bad, but it is. It's fucking terrible, isn't it?
It's all going, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. You know you're live on camera, you're going to say hello.
Hello.
See? You're not shy anymore, are you, Cole?
No, I'm not shy.
Hey, look at that. There's a face for Hollywood. Right, I'm off down to see Mike, so Cole can get his bait. I might get a couple land warmers because I reckon it'll be cold when sun go in, won't it?
Could drop a bit cold,
Yeah, so I'm gonna, yeah, see you in a bit. Right, I'm now gonna go get my rod. I just walked all the way back to the van. I just walked all the way back to the van with my camera on, but it wasn't filming. Otherwise, I could have been muttering about anything. But yeah, let's get this out. You know what I did there, don't you? You know what I did there? I only left the bloody clicker on. It's because the rod hasn't... I set all the rod up and it's been sat there, hasn't it? So I've just forgotten about it. About whereabouts I was with the rod and reel. What a bugger. What it is, isn't it? Isn't it, pet? Well, that's got a bit of pull on that. See if it's quick still work. Yeah. Unbelievable, they normally snap straight away. So I put my thumb on it to slow it down. Didn't go far at all. And this tide is high at 20 past 4. Someone down there said it's 7:30, but it can't be because low water was at 18 minutes past 10. This is on the Bridlington timetable, so it's only going to be 5, 10, 15 minutes different down there. So he's got it wrong, I haven't, it's right. First cast to the M4 and high flex, and what was it? Another red thumb. There's no look at them waves. If I just show you this, yeah. Because the waves always look tiny, but if you look down there, they are sort of like 35, 40 degrees, 35, yeah, 35 degrees to the beach. So that is a lot of water going that way, making, can you see that? I mean, I've been at, oh, where did I fish? Tunstall, I think. No, it wasn't Tunstall. It was Trunch Lane I fished. Absolutely donkey years. Probably in the first year of my fishing. And I had waves. I mean, that one out there is like 40 degrees. And when you got water pushing that way, like that, you got no chance of holding bottom. Look at that one there. If only you could see it. Oh, oh. Look at that, moving that great rock. Cool. Unbelievable. Now, that ain't a big rock, but I wouldn't want to pick it up for a rockery. You know, do you remember rockeries? That's the sort of time span I live in, rockeries. Get this up. Sort this out. I brought myself another sandwich. I've got my reeds coat because I need it, because it stops all the wind, not just a little wind, all the wind. So it'll stop all that going through me and it'll keep me warm. But I forgot my hand warmers, but Colin's just given me a pair of hand warmers just in case I need it. My hands do get cold. Yeah, we've got a cod rig out now, single hook clip down, overhead thump, went 25 yards if that, because I left the clicker on and thumbed the spool. I've got plenty of clickers. I've got plenty of clickers because I bought 6, I think, because I know what I'm like. So I might buy some more. They're really cheap. My old mate Black Dog Tackle. I say my old mate, I don't think he thinks I'm my old mate because he probably doesn't know who I am, but I talk to him a lot. Oh, it's moved that rock again. Oh, the power. I bet you someone running this country wish he had as much power as that to move a rock. Not getting into it. I'm quite happy today, and I'm not spoiling my day talking about some bell end. Right, I could talk to you all day because I'm in quite a happy mood, but I'm not going to because this video will be too long. And yeah, this will be the next video out. As I sit here now, this is the video that's going to be in the bank. So see you in a bit. Let me just show you the water, just so you can see it. It's a beautiful blue day, as in Mr. Blue Sky is out, the sun's out, it's beautiful. I'll keep watching these rods. I'm only fishing one, don't fish two. I'll see you in a bit. Right, we're back. New battery. But I think my line's on the beach, so I'm going to get it reeled in. At least it's still in the water, Colin.
Yeah.
There it comes, look. gonna get some more though.
Yeah. Did you watch it? Did you watch it film with Nigel Moore?
Right, we're gonna chuck the next one out now. I'm at that point of energy loss now, and I'm not enjoying no red thumping, but it's a 7-ounce weight. We shall see what happens. If it slackens off, I'll put on a I'll put on a 6-ounce weight and get it chucked out. But I know that tomorrow I'm going to be aching a bit, quite a bit. So today it's not only about getting out and fishing, being in this beautiful environment, yeah, having to put up with sand under my feet because that's shit. But I'm in this beautiful environment. On a lovely day, even though this wind's a little bit fresh, especially when that sun goes down, it's going to get cold. That's why I went and got my coat. But yeah, what can you do? You just got to... I can't fish tomorrow. I'd already arranged to come fishing today with Mike. It's just a shame Mike's all the way down there and I'm up there, but when I came here there was loads of kids. And matey boy, who's the only person catching on the beach, he promptly sat himself there, and I was going to go that side because then I'm like 30-40 yards away from Steve and Mike. But yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? You have to go fishing where you can actually get. Jarred off at that hasn't caught. I'm going to just put a squid on, I think. I'm not using the crab. I've got one crab left. It's held in bottom still. But he's had matey boy down there. He's 50 yards down there. He's had 2 bass now. I haven't had a single bass. Don't matter what rod you got. Don't matter what reel you got. Them fish need to be in front of you to catch. Don't matter what rig you use. If I was to change to an up and over Fandango, blinged up with this spinner, that spinner spoon, whatever. If I had all that, it wouldn't make me catch. Now there'll be some out there saying, yeah, it would. There's nothing there. There is down there. So years ago I would have picked all my gear up and moved 50 yards down there, but I've got to move 70 or 80 yards and it's pulling like a horse. If it was nice and calm out there and not pulling, then I probably would move, because the gap that's in between I wouldn't get tangled up. But my line was literally on the beach. Oh, watch this. I'm going to get that baited up again with a whole squid, and I'll see you later. I hope you aren't too distressed that I'm not renting. but I ain't got one in me. I've just had a chat with Colin and I've been ranting there. But that's about a rant that I can't even talk about because, you know, it's just not doable. Even them big YouTubers like Tuesday TV, he has to spell things differently on his thumbnails and stuff, so it don't get pulled. It's free speech is a shocking thing, and I'm going to talk about free speech when it goes in my head for me to think about. That's what I'm going to do, because that's the important thing. But I just don't understand, if you've been watching the news, when you see this yesterday, recess, I don't know why they call it recess, that's a bit American, isn't it? On the close of Parliament, if you're from England, in the last 3/4 of an hour, they talked about a subject. Yeah, they did. And they said they weren't gonna do what they said they were gonna do. And I couldn't understand, and I couldn't believe the stony faces on that red bench, because it fires me up to the point where if I was the Tory side and you still had them swords, I wouldn't be stood behind that red line that was put there. If you don't know what the red line is in Parliament on each side of the benches, Google it. But it infuriates me, and I just don't understand why it doesn't infuriate those stony-faced bunch of hypocrites. I'm off before I say something I shouldn't. Right, let's get this wound in. We're don't need me hat now. I've got weed on this, it's been left out a while. I've got weed on my line. Is that actually seeing me? Yeah. Let's bring you down, eh? Might as well, haven't we? Line's in the water and there's stones there, so I'm bringing it up. But it's got seaweed all on it, so I'm gonna have one more cast after this. I've got it already baited up, then I'll put this rod away. This is a Primo high flex. Mike is packed up, he's had enough, because the tide pull, it's hard work. I wouldn't say it's unfishable, because matey boys had 3 bass, but Mike's gone, so Steve. Colin's stopping because he lost the weight. Tablet time again, so it's been 4 hours. I've been here 4 hours from the last time I took the tablet in this video. It's only snagged up, for God's sake. Bloody hell. That's why I hadn't moved. It still held bottom. I thought the tide has changed. Right, I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to turn you off so that I can walk up and down the beach and try and free this off. Otherwise, I'll leave it for Colin to rescue for me. Well, I got it out. I walked probably about 50 yards down there. So I was such an acute angle to where it was jammed. I actually just reeled the reel in, and it started to go tight. And because this is such a winching machine, and those people that don't use this reel, they don't know what they're missing, then just pulled it out and got all my gear back, weight and everything. All them times I used to cast out 8-ounce weights, don't like it now. I put this coat on to stop the old draft blowing through my hoodie, and I've warmed up instantly. Such a fantastic coat. I'm now going to move this rod down here. Let's get this in order. Yeah, I'm gonna march this down there for the last cast out, and I'm gonna leave you all right? Yeah, I'm gonna leave my box up there and sit here and watch it, because I think I've got plenty of time to get to a rod that's got a show and a bite. I'm going to even take off all this garbage, put it either side of the box. There's no dogs about. I'm going to take my gear out of here and the scissors. Where are they? Where's my scissors? On top of the bag. Let's put this in there. Colin ain't come back yet. He's probably up top talking to Mike. I think Mike's having a coffee at his van now. It's the alarm from a tablet. Right. Let's take this down. I don't know. I've had enough really now, because when I came here today, I was excited about using my one new Zziplex to me, and the one that I've only used once, and I was looking forward to that. But with the conditions of the water and the tide, it's not been able to fish properly. As for matey boy, who's had 3 bass, he's had a great session. But yeah, it hasn't really been, so I'm going to have to hope and look forward to the next sunny day with the wind in the right direction and very little of it. so that I can get down on the beach. It's caught a flounder now. He's just rubbing salt into wounds. So yeah, and I'll look forward to that, to use these rods then. They certainly live up to the high flex in the tip, but if you can put a bend in the rod, which I can, you know, you can, with that flex in the tip, it should send the weight out really far. Well, it did that night I casted with John. Anyhow, I'm rattling on there, aren't I? So let's just get on and fish, shall we? Right, let's get this wound in. This is the last. I think I need to check this ratchet out. Let's bring you down, because we'll let the line go in all these stones. Ain't gonna affect it, is it? It is 7:20. I've just been talking to, let me just bring this line in. I've just been talking to Colin for probably about an hour. It's soon start rattling on, having a good old chat with people, can't you? Let's get this on there. Look at this, I'm giving you such a treat here, aren't I? Well, sorry about that, but I don't know when it went. I thought the line was heavy when I was reeling in, but it was just the weight hadn't broke out of its breakers, and it was obviously digging in, and I kid you not, oh no, it has released. It's just curled up round the line. So yeah, so this has been the first session with the Zziplex M4 High Flex match, and here's the weapons. Let me turn that light on. Let's turn that light on. So yeah, that's it. So I think it's quite a nice rod, really. I do. I've enjoyed using it. I would like to have cast it off the ground a bit more, but the weather hasn't been right. The tide, well, the weather's been nice, but the tide has been absolutely lousy, hasn't it? It's been pulling from left to right really bad, but it's the way it is. And today was the day we come fishing. Tomorrow I've got a occupational health phone call at 1:15. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I was gonna sleep the night in the van and fish again tomorrow to save me some mileage, but with that phone call and the signal on this coast, I'm not risking it, because if I miss that call, I think that'll be it. I think they'll wash their hands with me. So I've got that tomorrow. But there, that's nothing to do with this video, is it? I haven't caught, I've blanked, so it's more profitable to fish in that river. Certainly today at Easington, it hasn't been brilliant for me. Matey boy down there, who was fishing the other side of Colin, caught 4. He caught 3 bass and a flounder, and that's the only fish out of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 anglers. Everyone else blanked. But that's fishing, isn't it? No ranting today. It's been a reasonable video. There's not a lot more I can say about that, apart from I can only rant when I've got it there. So you'll have to keep watching to find out when I start ranting. Yeah, there's nothing more to say, is there? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, drop us a comment, thumbs up, because it'll help my algorithm, because I've got to claw it back, because I've been naughty boy on YouTube. So if you can help me with that, it would be great. And yeah, next time you see me, I'll be on the beach, and I'll be with these rods yet again, and then I'll probably use my Kenzakis. I'm going. It's been great fishing with Colin. It was nice to see Mike. Mike is gone. He packed up early, couldn't hold bottom, and so Steve. So I'm going, and I'll see you in on. Is that filming? Fuck's sake, now the screen won't come on. I think I'm gonna have to get another fucking GoPro camera. Well, let's say it's recording. It better be.